So what do you get when you mix the Tasmanian devil with an angry furry bowling ball? I'd say you get the critters, the critter creatures. Now, The Critters was released in 1986, directed by Stephen Herrick, starring M. Emmett Walsh, Don Opper, Scott Grimes, and a very young and suave Billy Zane. And that right there gives the movie an extra boost in my book. Now, the film follows a family plus Billy Zane, who plays the boyfriend of the daughter, and the family lives on this farm, and there are these little furry creatures that come from outer space and kind of terrorize not only them but some of the town that they live in too. And this film gets compared a lot to the movie Gremlins, and although Critters went into production before Gremlins and unfortunately got released after Gremlins, there's a common misconception that they copy off each other when, although they were both released by New Line Cinema, they don't, they aren't actually related to each other because they're so similar and the fact they were released at the same time. But in my opinion, really the only similarity is the fact that the movies are both about really tiny creatures that try to eat people. But in my opinion, the creatures from Critters are more terrifying because they don't start out as cute. They start out evil and they can throw spikes, and it's like when you get a bunch of them, they're really kind of terrifying and a nuisance, where I thought that the Gremlins were kind of easily dispatched of. The Critters actually took the combined effort of humans and these two alien bounty hunters who come to Earth looking for the critters. And the two alien bounty hunters are kind of these 80s style badasses that it's very over the top but very cool at the same time. If you're watching Critters, Critters is one of those kind of movies that you include in a B-movie marathon. It's a lot of fun to watch. There's obviously a lot of heart and care that went into it. The creature effects are very well done, and it's not an Oscar winner at all. It's made for fun, and that's how it should be approached. It's not a horror great, but it deserves its place among other B movies. So I would recommend this to anybody who's sort of looking for something fun to watch. And I watched it for the first time a couple of days ago, and I had a blast that I'm looking forward to buying the other three. I mean, and although it's rated PG-13, there's a lot of gore in it too. It's not Saw level gore, but it's kind of surprising when these critters go at people and how intense and kind of gory it is. Like there's a scene where one of them attacks a certain individual and throws a spike across the room and it hits the person in the jugular. And that made me jump a little bit because I wasn't really expecting it to go quite that far. And there's a lot of people that get beat up, and the kid who's played by Scott Grimes, he's, I guess, maybe 8, possibly 10 years old, and he sort of has to step up, and it's because the rest of his family gets badly injured, so it's sort of about him progressing, and it's a fun story in that aspect too. It's cheesy and it's got some funny dark humor moments in it too. Again, if you're wanting a Halloween movie marathon and you're just kind of wanting to watch some fun films, maybe put Critters into the mix. In fact, I got the four film set for like $6 at Walmart, and it was worth it just to watch the first film alone. I'm excited to watch the other three too, and see where they take the story and how ridiculous the sequels get. I know one of them probably takes place in space because that's where all horror movies go to die. But the fact that they come from space, maybe that won't be so bad. And fun fact, the third one is actually Leonardo DiCaprio's first movie. So I'm excited to see because it's cool to see where these famous actors came from. Like Clint Eastwood I think got his start in a giant spider movie actually. So it's kind of funny to see these sort of things. So Critters, it's a fun time. You don't have to worry about it being super scary, although there's a couple of jumps in there that might get you if you're not expecting it. Again, it's not comparable to Gremlins because they are significantly different from each other, even though they're both about small creatures. I think they can be enjoyed separately or in a double feature. Thanks as always for watching. If you like what you see here, subscribe below, follow me on Twitter, maybe check out one of my books on my author page. Bye.